अब हम स्वागत अभिनंदन करेंगे योगिक गुरु सद्गुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी का।
जननं सुखदं मरणं करुणं कालवशादिह सकलं करुणं समयाधिपते अखिलं karunam. My pranams to everyone. Nations are made on the basis of the commonality of its subjects. In terms of race, religion, ethnicity, language, ideology, or just an iron-handed rule which makes a nation. But not so with this nation which we today know as India and the nation that we have known as Bharat for many millennia. It is a wonder of wonders for the rest of the world as to how is this a nation. I'm sure every Indian also once in a way wonders, how the hell are we one country? What is it that is making us into one nation? If you look back, as others were mentioning, if you drive 50 kilometers, people speak a different language, they eat different kind of food, they look different, they speak… everything is different about them. What is it that holds us together as one nation? The word Bharat itself comes from the root and a combination of three words. Bharata means bhava, raga and thala. Bhava means sensation. When I say sensation, everything that you know as life is actually in the form of a sensation. It may not be sensational, but it is a sensation because you know life only by seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and touching. These are the sense organs. Visual sensations, auditory sensations, olfactory sensations, like these various sensations it's creating and creating an experience of life within you. So the very basis of your life is sensation, that is the bhava. Raga means the color. The word raga comes from the source, ra means the sun, ga means one that comes out of sun. So the color is not present in the world, the color is flowing out of the sun. The seven colors which make the white light, that is where the color is coming from. Color is flowing out from the sun, so it is raga. And that is the source of our life. All of us are solar powered, whether you understand this or not. The whole planet is solar powered. Everything else is only a consequence of the fundamental solar energy which makes this happen. And thala means the rhythm. The rhythms of day and night, the rhythms of seasons, the rhythms of sun and moon, the rhythms of the universal and the cosmic nature, and of course the rhythms of human body, mind, emotion and energies. This is a nation that was built on a dream of achieving a right rhythm with which we can arrive at the ultimate level or ultimate status of well-being, both in the inner and outer worlds. In this search, in this longing, in this striving to find that rhythm, we became a nation of seekers. I want you to understand this. When we say we are a nation of seekers, that means we are not believers. There is no established belief system. There is no stone-cast moral code in this country. This culture imbibes without any inhibition. Whatever works, we are willing to take it on. It doesn't matter for where it comes. I heard that Shivaji is your favorite hero. You must understand this, that today, one of the Shivaji's clan, we have made him a superhero in Tamil Nadu. You have to appreciate the Tamil people. You're not getting it? You know, Rajinikanth is a Marathi. You need to appreciate this. The Tamil people have taken on a Marathi hero as their superhero. This is India. Tamil people are very proud of their language. Their whole entity is on the basis of language, but their hero is a Shivaji clan. They have no issues about that. So why are we like this? We are like this because the fundamental nature of this nation has always been seeking. Seeking for what? So people looked at it, initially you seek for survival. When survival is taken care of, pleasure. When pleasure is taken care of, general well-being. When that is taken care of, then what? Ultimately, a human intellect and human intelligence realizes the most valuable thing in the existence is freedom. So we are seekers of freedom. The only and only goal, if you are born in this culture, is mukti. This is a very misunderstood word. When I say mukti, people think, oh, should I go up or go down? Well, let's understand this first. Are we living on a round planet or a flat planet? Please tell me. I'm on a flat dais. Are we living on a round planet or a flat planet? I want to hear that. Round. I don't know how you came to this conclusion. Walk up and down this hall and tell me, is it a round planet or a flat planet? In your experience, it's still flat, but we know it is round for various reasons now. So on this round planet, you are not even sitting on the North Pole, you are sitting at a certain latitude and it's spinning on top of it. Now, if you look up, invariably you look up in the wrong direction, isn't it? Does anybody here or anywhere know which is up and which is down in this cosmos? Is it somewhere marked, this side up in this cosmos? You do not know which is up and which is down. You do not know which is forward and which is backward. There is only one context to your life as to which is inward and which is outward. If you do not exercise this context, you will cease to be existential, you will just become psychological. Contexts that we created for convenience, if you take them as real, you will get divided. So this is the fundamental, that seeking for mukti, seeking for liberation, seeking freedom means becoming free from ignorance. When I say ignorance, do not define ignorance as what you do not know. Ignorance is the limits of what you know. The boundaries of what you know is your ignorance. What you do not know is not your ignorance. So, based on this, the whole nation became a nation of seekers. This may be a little absent today in the urban population, but even today, if I go to a village, if I speak to an illiterate peasant, if I ask him, what do you want? He will not ask, I want a golden horse. He will say, yeah, mukti. He has not read any scriptures, he has not heard any teachings, but it is so deep-rooted. It is this one thread that we are a nation of seekers. Though we look different, we eat different, we speak different languages, everything is different about us because the seeking. When you are a seeker, you will always become an individual. You cannot form a group. If you are a believer, you will form a group, somebody believes one thing, you believe something else, there is bound to be a quarrel somewhere. So this fundamental that we have, that in this culture, heaven is not the highest thing, God is not the highest thing, the ultimate seeking is always for freedom. Freedom from ignorance, freedom from everything that we are limited by. That which changes us, that which limits us, that which sets boundaries around us. As a nation, we have come a long way in many ways. It has been 1,000 years of continuous invasions, but still, we have been chewed, battered, distorted, but we haven't lost it. That is the beauty of this, because it is individual, it is not organizational, it is not something that's organized, this is something that's bubbling in every heart. Is this cultural? Is this religious? Is this spiritual? No, this is just human. It is a natural human longing to become free from everything. It is just that when you're denied something or when you're deprived of something, you may believe something is very high. I happen to be in Tel Aviv. I was supposed to speak to a group of people and I was to arrive there at noontime and address them, but because of some delays in the flight, I landed at 6 o'clock, 6:30 is my talk. This is 30 years of Isha. In these 30 years, I have not been late to a single appointment till now. So I didn't want to break that, so from the airport I went straight. So I discovered when I went there, I was to speak in a restaurant. You eat in a restaurant Some restaurants are famous for food, some are famous for the ambience that they set, but some are famous for the conversations that happen in the restaurant. So, it seems in Tel Aviv, the most intelligent conversations happened in this restaurant and not in the parliament. I went there, people were greeting me and one man came and said, "Shalom." I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "This means, this is the highest way of greeting." I said, "That is your opinion, but what does it mean?" He said, "It means peace. This is the highest way of greeting." I said, "Why would peace be the highest way of greeting unless you're born in Middle East? In South India, if somebody comes up to me in the morning and says peace, I will ask him, what's wrong with you? Whatever you're deprived of becomes the highest thing. If you're deprived of food, that becomes the highest thing. If you're deprived of love, that becomes the highest thing. If all these things are taken care of, one thing that a human being will always long for is to be free from everything. To be free essentially means to move from a compulsive nature of existence to a conscious nature of existence. This is what is needed right now in our country as a nation. We evolved a system as to how to develop an individual human being. We never evolved a system as to how to develop a society. This system we called as Samskriti. Today, this word is being dismissed as culture. It is not culture. Sam means equanimous, kriti means to do. To do life in an equanimous manner. Another meaning for some is exuberance, another meaning for some is well. To do your life in an equanimous way, in an exuberant way, and doing it well. If you do this, everything around you will be okay. Today we are trying to impose moral codes upon our society. You need to understand, India is a society without morality because we always relied on stirring up our humanity rather than depending upon the morality. The morality of one person is an obscenity for another person. So we always had means and ways and tools as to how to stir up the humanity within us, and that humanity has been the basis of this nation. It is that fundamental human longing to become free which has been the main thread, which is holding all these multiple cultures together as one nation. Though it is being propagated like India was born in 1947, no. The other cultures everywhere in the world experienced this as one nation for thousands of years. Even though there were many political entities, many times over 100 entities, in spite of that people saw it as Bharat, because they saw these unique people who did not believe in anything particular, who had no moral sense, but they were perfectly on the track because they were not a bundle of morality, but an effervescent humanity. This has to be brought back into India because when you are a seeker, you are not in collision with anybody. When you are a seeker, there is a certain humility about you because you have not assumed anything. You can become a seeker only when you realize the immensity of I do not know. If you realize the immensity that you do not know so many things about the existence, with so much science and technology, we still cannot figure one single atom in its entirety. That is the reality of our existence. If we understand this, if we operate from this, that we become seekers, India can once again find its glorious days. When I say glorious days, right now everybody is talking about economy. 1,000 years ago, India contributed to the world in terms of 53% of the world's economy was India. 500 years ago, we were about 26% of the world's economy. When the British left us in 1947, we were 3.6% of the world's economy. Today, we have risen to 6%. But as a population, we are almost 25% of the world's population. We must at least achieve this 25% of the world's economy in the remaining 5 to 10 years. If we do not do this, we will keep our people subjugated forever. We are at a unique time, that is for the first time, for the very first time, we have the necessary tools, we have resources, we have the capability and we have the technology to address every human problem in this country